Well, hello, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut here with Francisco Ruvalcaba Jr. Thanks for coming in the studio today.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. All right. So I don't know if you saw Case Shiller came out and FFHA, which are both about values going up. And they said 7% in May. House values went up 7%. I'm sorry, 0.7% in May. And one said June was 0.6, and the other one said it was 0.7. So basically, values are going up. And if we keep going the way we're going, we're going to see potentially a 7% increase in our area.
Yeah, it's been the foreseeable,
Right.
idea for quite a while.
Well, when you have limited inventory, and like we talked about, people they have 2% interest rates and 3%. So the only thing that's happening right now is major life changes, divorces, deaths, job transfers. Those things are what's causing people to buy homes and sell homes.
Right. No, it's actually it's funny bringing that up. When one of my recent clients that I just recently helped buy, while we were looking, that's all that we were running into. And it was probably it took us it's been like 8 months, but ever since 8 months ago when we were looking, that was all we were running into, were divorce situations, someone who had passed away, or people downsizing, people that actually need to move. And that's what we've been saying back and forth, is that's pretty much all that you see on the market right now.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see, I have, for example, my client that I was talking about on the last show that was trying to buy a house that ended up getting multiple offers. They were needing to sell in order to buy. They were moving, however, because they wanted to get out of their area, and they had 2 kids and they wanted a bigger yard. And so they had to move, and those are the people that are moving. You don't see people that, like, right now, it's also, what's curious is that it's people that need to buy as well, that still are just holding on for dear life, waiting on the sidelines until they get, some sort of eviction notice or something.
And what are they waiting for? Because they're, for the bottom to drop. That's right. Which isn't going to happen.
Yeah.
No, and there's been a bunch of people come to me and even referred that were like, okay, we have a $1,500 a month payment, and we want to move out of this area into the next area. I have equity and I want to buy. And then you tell them what their payment's going to be. They're like, what? I don't want that payment. That's double my payment right now. Well, first of all, your taxes are doubling because your house went up in value. You're selling this house, you're buying the next house, which is going to be, $100,000 more than you're selling this house for. So now your taxes are double what you paid originally, and just that alone was like, okay, your taxes are almost $700 a month just for taxes, not counting anything else. So if you only have a $1,500 a month payment right now, that only leaves $800 for mortgage and insurance. It's just not going to happen.
Right.
And that's what people realize, is we got so spoiled with these low rates that they're the handcuffs, the golden handcuffs that are keeping a lot of people from moving up and selling their house unless they have to. Yeah. And all these sales that you're seeing and whatever, they're all from pandemic and the divorces, because they're just now going through the court systems. There's been a few of them, but it's just rampant. There's so much that are finally going through that's been pent up because of the pandemic.
Yeah,
which seems like forever ago. It was just a year ago or so.
And that's another thing too, is that, it's those low rates are still just so fresh in everyone's heads. Like,
yeah, if we wouldn't have seen those rates, nobody would not be buying right now.
Yeah,
because this is at 6% is the average rate, 6 to 7%. Those 2% and 3% are just keeping everybody from moving forward.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I'll call someone and then it's a brand new buyer and they're like, oh man, these rates are just too high. They're like, I need to wait until they drop to, back to where they were, back to the normal rates. And I'm like, man,
this is a normal rate.
Yeah. And that's the thing that's unfortunate, is that, it's what they're hearing on the news, like, and things like that. And it's just, there's so much false information that people don't know which way to look. People don't know which way to go. They don't know who to confide in. And it makes it so clouded for them.
Well, they don't want to make a mistake, and that's what they're running into. It's okay. Before, it was no brainer to go ahead and buy a house because it was cheaper than your rent. Where are you making the mistake, right? Well, maybe I can't, down the road something happens, we'll sell it, but I'll still be making out. Now it's, let's just say it's $500 more than what the rent is. People are thinking, well, should I do that?
Yeah.
It's an investment. That's the problem. Before they didn't. This is a true decision. So this is how it's been forever, except for those 2 years where it was so cheap to get in with the rates so low. People are like, oh, I want to take $100,000 out of my house. Oh, guess what? I'm dropping your payment by $100 too.
Yeah.
Right. Because the rate was so low. They had a 5.5 and then drop into a 2 something. And now it's like, you want to take $100,000 out. Oh, it's going to cost you $1,000 more a month. What? I mean, that's this. We got so spoiled, and unusually what we're able to do, you can't do anymore. But that's how it always was prior to those 2 years where we thought we were going to die. Prior to that, it was the same thing. It would cost you money to take money out of the house or move up or do this. We just got spoiled.
Yeah. Well, it's a time game too. Like, that's what a lot of people don't see or understand is when you purchase a house, things don't happen overnight. Those benefits don't come in overnight, Well, I mean, like when you start thinking, like, because people will try to make the argument of like, oh, well, like houses are so expensive, they can't go up much more, and I feel like it's attributed to that concept of people thinking like, oh, wow, well, if the rates are driving everything as far as price, which that's another misconception, because what's really driving price right now is our lack of inventory. We keep saying it and keep saying it, but that's what is actually driving our values right now.
Yeah. The actual supply and demand economics 101.
Right. Exactly. I mean, it's what we learned in high school. It's
nobody learned that shit in high school.
We got economics.
You learned supply and demand in high school.
Yeah. Supply and demand. Like, so, it was,
well, I guess, did you pay attention? You did, but other people don't.
Right. No. And that's the thing is it's simply what is driving everything. And like we said, I mean, even for example, being in a spot where people are complaining constantly and saying, hey, that these rates are high. However, a house that I just showed last week that needed quite a bit of work has multiple offers and people offering over asking. Like, there's obviously something overshadowing the rate or anything else, and it is that
Supply.
lack of inventory.
Supply. Yeah. There's no, if there, people will pay when there's a huge demand and not enough supply. That's where we're at. If we have an oversupply, well, we did that in 2006, 8, through that, whatever your number was that people look at, 2007, we'll say we had 3.5 million homes on the market.
Yeah.
We don't have anything close to that.
No.
Yeah. And in Modesto, we're only, Stanislaus County, we're only closing about 280 houses a month. Stanislaus County.
People start talking to you about like foreclosures and this and that.
I just saw statistics. We're up 175% in foreclosures than last year. Well, we couldn't do fucking foreclosures forever. They were stopped, and since 21, it's like, okay, so we have our normal number, 250,000 we have nationwide. That normally we have between 255,000 and 275,000 foreclosures normally. During the 2 years of the pandemic into the 22, they couldn't do anything about them.
Yeah. Well, not only that, I mean, even like I tell my clients, I have investors who will be like, hey, can you send me foreclosures? It makes no difference. You're not getting a deal, getting a foreclosure.
No.
There's no deals right now.
No, the foreclosures of the past that you got a deal on that you heard about and people pay cash for with the different things, those don't exist anymore.
No. So that's why, that's where you sit, and like the question that begs to be answered is, why are you waiting? Like why not continue looking? Why are you missing out on all the equity? And I mean, yes, I know there is a lot of fear.
That's what it is.
It is the biggest part.
Yeah. Get my book.
Yeah.
Get edsbook.com. Go there, get my book. It'll help you through the process, or call me at least. I'll help you through the process.
Yeah.
If you call me and we're going through the process, I'll send you my book for free. How about that?
And that's the thing too, is you need to be speaking with people like us, like speak with us and hear how we can help you get there, right. Because it's a lot of people that try to just take it on by themselves. And then, you end up costing yourself, time, and time is money. Right. So you got to get out and have a it's just an action plan.
Mm-hmm.
Know what the goal is and go out there. And again, like we said, even if you're not buying right away, be prepared. You know, sometimes something comes up that you're just, hey, that's the one. But if you're not ready, you know, you miss out on the opportunity.
Right. It takes too long. You don't have the time. You need to be ready to go right away. Be done. Don't be, oh, I got to get this done now. No, it's too late. We need to act now. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yep. All right, Francisco, thanks for coming in the studio today, and everybody make it a great day. Thanks for watching us. Thanks for being here. The best ways to support us is go to our YouTube channels and subscribe. That's Real Estate Jerky, Ed Parcaut, and Francisco Ruvalcaba Jr. Thanks again, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Have a good one.
Yeah.